Greetings once again to the ministry internship students here at Regent University School of Divinity. This is your instructor, Dr. Larry Asplund, coming to you at the beginning of week 6. Once again, I promised that I would stop by every time there was a new graded assignment, even though due dates, are quite flexible under the circumstances. Every one of you as Regent interns are serving independently from each other. You are serving on your own schedule, a unique schedule. Some of you just a 1 month intensive, others, at a slower pace, etc. But I wanted to be able to at least follow the suggested schedule of the syllabus and come by. So I wanted to welcome you to week 6 here, the fall of 2022. Simply because we have our second out of 2 graded discussion forums this coming week. Discussion board, you remember in week 3 what a great job you did interacting with one another concerning your internship. Some of you hadn't even started your internship yet, so you were anticipating maybe just reporting on some of the preliminary preparatory work you had been doing. And I love how interactive our interns are and supportive are of each other. Some of you anticipated the topic for week 6, so the week 6 discussion forum is on finding balance in ministry life. So many of you were very, very busy before you began an internship, and so now the question, as always, is a question of time management, but it's also a question just of God's grace and peace to guard your hearts and minds along the way. So what are you finding is helping you when it comes to finding and maintaining balance, a good, healthy balance in your life during your internship? I think you will find this discussion be very, very helpful as we go forward. It's a week 6 discussion, although I always take kind of an extra week to post grade simply because I know that you are out there busy doing internship activities, and so I want to make sure you have a good opportunity to be able to participate in the discussion. Just as a quick review, of course, the internship journal is kind of ongoing, so you're keeping track of your internship activity hours in your time log, and every time you see 20 hours go by, you can post a journal entry that's kind of a combination of a report and a diary. It's a personal reflection on what has happened so far, what you've learned. Sometimes there are very positive lessons, other times there have been difficulties, but in every case it's been a growing learning opportunity for you. So because this internship is actually a part of your spiritual formation track, I think it's excellent for us to be able to take some time to reflect on your experience this semester. And so, of course, the end of the fall semester is December the 10th. So that really is the date. That's the date that's going to remain the same no matter what else we do. Of course, remember the midpoint evaluation. There is not a due date for that. It simply comes every time you discover that you have completed 100 hours of your internship activities. I've already graded several midpoint evaluations. So when you have completed 100 hours, get together with your field supervisor, download your midpoint evaluation form, and discuss it together. Discuss how it's going so far, what you would like to see going forward, etc. And then ultimately you will print a copy of that, sign it, print it, post it to Blackboard. Of course, the Spiritual Formation Portfolio Update is obviously connected to SFRM695, your foundational course in spiritual formation. It's simply a template, so you download the template and you fill it out. But it's a thoughtful exercise for you to be able to say, okay, here you are coming toward the end of your program. How are you doing when it comes to your own personal growth, your spiritual growth, based upon those 7 categories of holistic formation that you will remember from that early course. In Blackboard, it says it's due October the 16th, but there's no such thing as late work beyond December the 10th. And so if you turn it in early, I will grade it. If you turn it in after October the 16th, I will grade it. It's just an important aspect of your experience this semester. And of course, along with that is your resume update connected to the whole idea of vocational formation. And so it's simply your most recent resume. I know you're not looking for a job in this context of the class. So it's just your updated resume. The Career Center, by the way, at Regent has some great connections for you if you are in fact considering maybe a career change, a career move of some kind. But your updated resume can be posted then to Blackboard. Due once again October the 30th, but because of the flexible nature of our schedule, of your schedule, I will grade it. I've already graded several resumes. In fact, I will grade it before October the 30th. I will grade it after October the 30th. I will just not grade it after December the 10th. And then the final evaluation is not necessarily at the end of the semester. Some of you will finish your internship before we come to the end of the semester, simply because this takes place after 200 hours of internship activity. And so when you discover that that has taken place, you will download the final evaluation report form, get together with your field supervisor, and just have a great discussion, a great conversation about how it went and what you learned, and etc. Now, if you finish early, it's not uncommon for interns to just keep serving while reporting those final documents to me, so that I can ultimately report your final grade at the end, after the end of the fall semester, which is always the Wednesday after the semester ends. And so once again, the only firm due date we have is December the 10th. Time log is something you should be keeping all along. It can be in, as you know, a Word table. It can be an Excel spreadsheet, almost any place where you are keeping track. Every day that you are engaged in your internship activities, you're keeping track of the amount of time you spent. Just a brief description of what you did as it pertains to your internship goals, etc. So you're keeping that log as you go, and ultimately you will submit it to Blackboard along with your final evaluation. I love the internship experience. It's your opportunity to put hands and feet into your learning experience. It's just a great summative experience in your program. Especially, I think, those of you who are completing a Master of Divinity program. But what a wonderful opportunity to complete it this way. And so you are having an experience of personal growth, of servant leadership, of making a significant difference, a contribution to a specific internship context. So I just love being able to experience this with you. Always remember that I am here to assist you in any way that I can. So never hesitate to ask any questions that you might have. God bless you, everybody. Just have a great week 6.